This is 100% free report. Please spread the knowledge with everyone you know. Chapter 1, Nelson Mandela and Courage. Synopsis: comprehending what true courage is and how to implement it in your life. Inspirational courage and how to get it. Nelson Mandela. Why is he inspiring? Nelson was a huge part of the anti-apartheid cause in South Africa. He was imprisoned for 27 years due to his attempts in leading the conversion for a multiracial democracy, but he finally triumphed with his mission. What can he teach? Be courageous in your attempts and fight for the matters you believe in. Quote, I learned that courage was not the absence of fear, but the triumph over it. The brave man is not he who does not feel afraid, but he who conquers that fear. Developing courage. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the strength to be whom and what you are, in spite of the fear. Here are tips to develop courage and release the fears that block us from accomplishing our goals. 1. Acknowledge the fear. Don't make excuses and name it something else. You can't defeat or move through your fear if you don't acknowledge it per se. You can fault somebody else. You can call it inconceivable, or you can simply admit that you're afraid. Once you acknowledge that fear is in operation, you can start to alter it. 2. Acquire understanding from the fear. What am I founding this fear on? Opt to see a richer truth. We feel fear when we trust the lies that our ego is telling us. We believe what we have swallowed as truth, either consciously or unconsciously. What do you trust as truthful? There's a story about loved ones that would assemble for holidays and special affairs and prepare a roast of beef. Each time they'd prepare it the same way. They'd take the roast and lop off both ends and set it in the pan. This was a custom that was handed down from mother to daughter, etc., till one day, one of the daughter's husbands asked her, "Why do you lop off both ends of the roast?" She responded that her mother had always done it that way. Let's go ask her. Then they went and asked her mother, and she answered that it was because that's the way her mother had always performed it. They chose to ask grandma, and she answered, because that's the way my mother always served it. I don't do it that way any longer. We only did it that way since the pan was too small to hold it. See the falsity in the fear that you have harbored. What rules have you determined for yourself? Do you prefer to keep living by them? You're the selector. 3. Dedicate to courage. Announce the deeper truth. Persistently reprogram yourself for success and brave actions. Remember that eminent love and great accomplishments demand great risk. 4. Confront the fear. Sense the fear and do it anyhow. Respect your courage. Take action. Respect yourself every time you face a fear. Particularly the little ones. When you have admitted it's only fear keeping you back, you can proceed through it like a brave warrior. Parachutes weren't shown trustworthy by having individuals carry them around on their backs. The device proved its worth once somebody jumped. Daily affirmation. Every day, in every way, I am becoming more courageous. Chapter 2, Russell Simmons and Being a Visionary. Synopsis: having a vision and following through is a great benefit to you and your life. Being a visionary and success. Russell Simmons. Why is he inspiring? Russell Simmons started Def Jam Records, a company that assisted in bringing hip-hop music into the majority, and furnished millions of children that were living in the struggle a little optimism for a better future. What can he teach? By no means think that you are above the guidance or intelligence of others. We can accomplish so much more when functioning collectively. Quote, I've been blessed to find people who are smarter than I am, and they help me to execute the vision I have. Becoming a visionary. Have you questioned how to become a visionary? It's crucial to comprehend that having a vision is unlike really being a visionary. The individual who has vision is one who views possible developments and events that might happen in the future. The visionary, on the other hand, is an individual who brings about a particular consequence based on ideas and goals that once only lived in their minds. Here are some tips on how to become a visionary. 1. Treasure people. This means everyone, not just particular people you care about. Each and every individual on Earth has a particular mission or a unique function in life. Value the special and not so special gifts, skills, and personalities of other people, as you never know what lesson you will get from them. 2. Assume responsibility. You shouldn't assume the position that you're a victim of circumstance. You solely are responsible for the affairs you experience, the selections you make, and the consequences of those selections and experiences. Putting blame on other people for your selections or mistakes will keep you from learning from these errors and bettering your life. 3. Endeavor to learn and improve. You should know and comprehend that the job of self-improvement is ceaseless. It's a ceaseless cycle, and it revolves systematically as we advance through life. Working to better yourself, the lives of those around you and the cosmos will make you among the top visionaries. By taking steps to better yourself and seeking ways to improve the earth, you'll begin to consider solutions more creatively. 4. Detect the positive effect of challenges. You must comprehend and approach all states of affairs like they're an example, and you should always endeavor to learn something from them. Transform your thinking from thinking that something is bad to trusting that regardless how negative it seems, there's something positive to be gained from it. 5. Get moving to make your dreams come real. Finally, but not least, if you're trying to become a visionary, you must be able to dream and do. Daily affirmation. I am a visionary. I set trends and others follow. Chapter 3, Warren Buffett and Growing for Success. Synopsis: being successful doesn't always require doing the biggest thing right off. Growing into success works also. Warren Buffett. Why is he inspiring? He is one of the most victorious investors of all time and became the world's richest human being at the age of 77. What can he teach? Being victorious isn't always about taking on the largest challenges. It's about continually growing and conquering the feats you can handle. Quote, I don't look to jump over 7-foot bars, I look around for 1-foot bars that I can step over. Growth and success. Thousands of books and reports have been written about the matter of personal growth. Many alleged experts and gurus have tried to deliver assorted points of views on this matter, and a lot of them are right, although some have simply missed the boat, sending many of us into dissimilar levels of comprehending. All the same, it's up to each of us to choose whether we want to become successful or not. Here are some essential principles for formulating personal growth and success. 1. Acquire good time management techniques. Make time management a personal issue. Don't just author a bunch of material in a notebook or diary without dedicating to it. Design your day ahead of time. Screen your calls and don't waste time on frivolous calls. Make blocks of time in which you can sit and form your thoughts. Find a fruitful project to do on a day-to-day basis. 2. Cause your life to be fun. Life is all about fun. Nature is occupied with pure goodness. Be part of this experience. Don't go around making self-justifications or making others' life poor. Like everything you do, the mystery of living is that you're part of a fuller universal picture. Your life is really important within this big plan of being. 3. Formulate and punctuate your personal slogan. Your personal slogan helps to define you. It's your statement of purpose for success and personal growth. Live by it and perpetually, and let it shape your thinking towards a greater level of accomplishment. 4. Be brave and relentless. Having a solid self-will put you ahead of the game. Your thoughts, inventions and creative ideas won't be profitable without you being brave and relentless. Don't stand at the sidelines of life. Get involved and be part of this deep experience of life's hope. 5. Get in touch with your higher power. Through positive prayers, meditation, service to mankind and everything inside nature, let your life soak up the total goodness therein. Forever think positive. Encircle your life with positive people. Take nature walks to regenerate your inner being. Discharge all stress from your life by slow breathing and spiritual exercises. Live in the present. Daily affirmation. I am still and receptive to life and growth. Chapter 4. Princess Diana and Kindness. Synopsis: there is little that is more empowering than kindness. The rewards are great with kindness. Princess Diana. Why is she inspiring? Rather than seeing her public situation as one of ego, Diana used her position to motivate millions around her. She was one of the first prestigious figures to be seen touching somebody infected with HIV. She also braved minefields to elevate awareness of the trouble they were causing. What can she teach? Don't just assist others for the sake of receiving something in return. Assist others in order to help others, nothing more. Quote, carry out a random act of kindness, with no expectation of reward, safe in the knowledge that one day someone might do the same for you. Kindness helps in personal growth. Everybody should evidence acts of kindness without desiring anything reciprocally. How easy is it to display some kindness to other people, even if those you display kindness to are strangers? The earth would be a better place if we all assumed a little time every day to do something positive for others, animals and the environment. Random acts of kindness can be as easy as assisting somebody with their packages, gathering up a piece of trash and placing it in the garbage can, contributing some of your unwanted clothes to a charity, imparting a stray animal some food, stopping to help change somebody's tire. Performing acts of kindness can get you greater satisfaction to your life. I know, since I make it a goal of mine to do at least one turn of kindness a day. Be it random or plotted, I feel so much better when I contribute and not expect anything reciprocally. So why don't you as well make it a goal of yours to do at least one act of kindness a day? What damage could it do? Occasionally we all in reality do acts of kindness a lot of times a day, but we don't realize it. When you do realize it, give yourself a pat on the back, as you deserve to be recognized for a good deed or two. Daily affirmation. There is no greater reward in life than to be the kind of person who feels they can lovingly give. Chapter 5, Mahatma Gandhi and following through. Synopsis: the only way to a complete destination is by following through. The way to a complete success. Mahatma Gandhi. Why is he inspiring? He led the group which led India to freedom. This also stimulated other movements for freedom and individual rights across the globe. What can he teach? Perform through your intentions. Only from following through with the thing you believe in can you take pleasure in fulfillment. Quote, happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. Conceive of a world where every voicemail you leave is quickly returned, where anything you call for is complete when you want it done, and where every action you initiate gets completed without a single hitch. It doesn't exist, but many individuals behave as if it does. To see things get done, and get done correctly, you need to remain on top of them. We're all guilty of letting things fall through the cracks, but how come? We tend to let matters fall through the cracks when we're more concerned with checking tasks off our list than we are with making certain the tasks really get executed. It isn't sensible to depend upon unreliable people or individuals whom we don't know, nor should we blame anybody but ourselves for not following through with our tasks. The key to making certain things get done and done on time is by keeping the ball in your court. Here are a few hints on how you can do just that. Don't take it off the list. Don't cross items off of your to-do list till the actual task itself is done. For instance, if you have call the doctor on your list, what you actually mean is something like make an appointment with the doctor. Don't cross this off your list till your appointment is created and confirmed, not simply when you leave a message. Assign a date and time. If you're depending upon vendors, staff, or acquaintances for something, ascertain specifically when you can anticipate action. Then, let them know you'll be following up at a committed date and time. For instance, If you have a payload that your vendor promises will be sent out this week, ask them for a particular date, then call the vendor back at least one time prior to that date to make certain everything is on schedule. Act on emails. Today, many individuals use their email inbox as their to-do list. When they answer a message or start an email, their email goes away into the sent folder and is blanked out. A great technique is to move a copy of the message into a folder called Follow Up, and go over these emails each day. Be relentless with phone calls. Don't let your forward motion be slowed by busy signals and voicemail. Be relentless and keep calling till you speak with somebody. Use your best judgment here and make certain you don't keep ringing a telephone line that only has voicemail. Daily affirmation. I am a determined, persistent, motivated woman striving to achieve my greatest goals and aspirations, and I genuinely believe I will be successful. Chapter 6, Mother Teresa and Humbleness. Synopsis. We are all on the same planet and being humble can teach us something. No one is better or less. Mother Teresa. Why is she inspiring? She spent 45 years of her life helping the sick, poor and dying while raising consciousness for her organization, Missions of Charity. Her work began in India, then extended to other parts of the planet. What can she teach? We are all one. You are not by yourself in this journey of life, and for that reason you shouldn't see yourself as more or less than anyone else. Quote, if we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to each other. How to be humble. Give thanks. Make certain you take every chance you have to thank other people for what they do and what they assist you with. Individuals don't achieve anything on their own and it always takes assistance from others. Thank them for this assistance. Redirect praise. Redirecting praise is of value to be more humble and modest. If you don't take praise outright and rather, redirect it to others who assisted you, trained you or even let you do something, you pass on that praise to other people without accepting the credit directly. You don't have to be correct. A humble individual never tries to outmatch someone else and make themselves look better or brighter. This includes having to be correct. When you try to show you're correct, or even when you say something simple like, I know, you're showing dominance over the other individual. Rather than wanting to be correct, even if you know something already, merely say, intriguing, thanks for that. It's not all. You individuals are perpetually reaching for success and they often feel really proud of themselves for getting to where they are. Humble individuals are not proud and recognize that they didn't get themselves here. They recognize that other people helped them, boosted them and assisted them to get to where they are. Don't go first. First isn't necessarily a bad thing, but being first can resonate as competitive, self-boosting or demoting of others. None of those things are usual for a humble individual. In a group or workplace, if you don't be first to verbalize, participate or get involved, you give other people an opportunity to be first. Value everything. So many matters around us are not our doing. We often forget to realize our own insignificance since we get so centered on our own lives and achievements. Well, to be humble, it's crucial to acknowledge and appreciate all the fantastic things around us. Value the place you live, the wellness, wealth and happiness you receive or have opportunity for. Valuing things adds greatly to a person's humility, and recognizing that we have so much to be grateful for builds on many of the additional items in this list. Hear more than you talk. Like the item above, don't go first. It applies to hearing in a fuller sense. Hearing more than you talk can be very mighty, and if you use this you can learn a lot of things about other people and practice humility in how you react. Don't judge other people. Finally but not least, a very significant aspect of being humble is to not judge other people. Judgment is a grievous thing, and you can't stay open-minded, receptive to ideas, empathetic or appreciative of others if you're judging them or their thoughts. Everybody is different and have different thoughts, and when you judge those, you're really showing that you have some overseeing significance or might to make a judgment call, which you surely don't if you want to be a humble person. Daily affirmation. I will be more loving, humble, forgiving, giving, kind and patient with others and myself. Chapter 7, Martin Luther King for the Good of Others. Synopsis: Doing the right thing benefits us all. The right thing benefits you as well. Martin Luther King. Why is he inspiring? Martin Luther King is most significantly known for his "I Have a Dream" speech, in which he stood for what he believes in. This speech contributed to public awareness of civil rights movements and also made him recognized as one of the greatest orators in history. What can he teach? Do things for the greater good of mankind, instead of just focusing on your own constraints. Quote, "An individual has not started living until he can rise above the narrow confines of his individualistic concerns to the broader concerns of all humanity. The right thing leads to success. True success doesn't come from getting things at any and all cost, but from conducting yourself and in such a way as to benefit others and the greater good." Most successful people will tell you that an outward, ethical approach to life will pay off in a lot of ways. Sincerity is specified as freedom from deceit, hypocrisy or fraudulence. There are many scammers out there that claim to have the next miracle. These people so prevalent that it seems like these dishonest ways must be the only way to be successful. Luckily, that's not the case. The people who perpetrate these scams tend to get tripped up. Dishonesty might work in the short run, but long-term success demands sincerity. Personal integrity is vital. A dedication to openness, honesty, and high standards signifies a real leader. If the people in your life can't trust you, they won't help you. The truth is that success only comes with the assistance and support of others. Set expectations high, even for yourself, and handle every situation with the integrity you require from others. Courtesy is displaying suitable social conduct and being respectful to other people. Successful people are careful not to burn too many bridges, and make sure to always be on publicly. Courtesy is critical, and treating everybody with respect will pay off in spades. Don't presume that once you find success that it's acceptable to treat people badly. Wisdom isn't just book smarts, but the ability to couple that knowledge with reasoned judgment. That is, wisdom lets you discern what is necessary from what isn't. Wisdom is what divides the experts from the merely schooled and generally bounds from the seasoning of experience, whether good or bad. Successful people learn from every decision they make, every obstacle they face, and every triumph they savor. Charity is more than just giving to the greater good, but is as well a habit of giving the benefit of any doubt. People need to be responsible for making a difference in their community, country, and the world. As you earn success and wealth, repaying shouldn't be a question. Daily affirmation. Integrity, 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 do the right thing, for the right reason, the right way. Chapter 8, Buddha and Inspiring People. Synopsis: You would be surprised what happens to you when you inspire others. How to inspire others. Buddha. Why is he inspiring? Siddhartha Gautama was thought of as the enlightened one, and yet to this day inspires people with his messages of harmony, oneness and living in the moment. What can he teach? Do not take anybody's messages as reality. Use what works for you and send away the rest. Quote, only accept what passes the test by proving useful and beneficial in your life. A few tips. Inspiring other people isn't simple. The success rate of those who try to inspire is unbelievably low when the measurement of success is based on the percentage inspired as opposed to the real number inspired. Huge motivational seminars with thousands of attendees commonly make a very lasting impact in only a couple of people's lives. If you view those same odds for yourself, you may easily be deterred if you hope to inspire others by doing something you don't truly love to do. If, however, you do love something a lot, you won't care how successful you are at inspiring other people, and you'll continue to persevere regardless how many times you go wrong. When individuals doubt you, and when individuals poke fun at your failures, you'll continue to do what you love because you love it. So having that profoundness, that love and passion for something will protect you from all potential failures. Make the most of failures and continue to drive your passions. Inspire other people even when you don't succeed at first. Share your themes with as many individuals as imaginable and allow them grow your influence beyond your initial ideas for inspiration. Thinking large isn't only about inspiring more individuals, but also about the impact you have on each individual. Don't settle on making small changes in a person's life if they need a total rework. Rather, aim to change everything. Look to inspire in many areas rather than just one. Think big about the positive effect you may have, and this will give you a much better chance of leaving some sort of impression. Another valuable way to inspire other people is to support an established noble cause or practice, like saving the environment or feeding the poor. It's much easier to acquire attention, followers, and support for noble causes than it is for individual gain or what some may think are more selfish reasons. You need to remain actively involved in the field in which you think to inspire other people. It's the age-old saying of, practice what you preach, and it bears true for anybody attempting to inspire others. In the end, if you really want to inspire other people to do something, then this something should be a huge part of your life. You don't necessarily need to be an authority at it, but you do need to be passionately involved. The dearest part of inspiring other people is to have interest in not only what you do, but to also acknowledge your followers and have a chance to see them grow and change also. Offer to share your personal tales, teach them things you've acquired along the way. Discuss your failures and accomplishments, and ask them questions about their own advancement. Help them avoid the errors you've made in the past, and always maintain a positive outlook on their advancing progress. Daily affirmation. I will keep my focus on building up, encouraging, and inspiring others. Chapter 9, Winston Churchill and Enjoying Life. Synopsis: if you are not enjoying your life or success, what's the point? Learning to enjoy life affects everything else. Winston Churchill. Why is he inspiring? Winston Churchill was the Prime Minister of the UK, a Nobel Prize-winning author, and writer, and an officer in the British Army. He was as well made the first honorary citizen of the United States. What can he teach? Don't take life so gravely, enjoy the simplicity in everything. Quote, a prisoner of war is a man who tries to kill you and fails, and then asks you not to kill him. Get some happiness taking the time to revel a little. Daily delights is among the most crucial aspects of managing the needs of a successful life. Why? Because a ceaseless focus on things you can't immediately control increases stress, making you more vulnerable to troubles like depression and anxiety disorders. Don't misunderstand. Declining to think ahead or plan for the future can produce its own sort of stress. Imagine if you never saved for your retirement, or you didn't cautiously consider major life decisions, like changing jobs or having a baby. When the time ultimately came to deal with the aftermaths of your badly made choices, your stress level would shoot sky high. And, down the road, there may be a physical price to pay. Letting yourself to live in the moment, while still cautiously and rationally managing the course of your life, gives you the right to guiltlessly enjoy the little delights along the way. After all, the purpose of responsible planning is to make healthy decisions so that you can be happy. How do you emotionally refuel? Take some time to savor what you love: books, music, athletics, and recreation, whatever. Are you at the beach on vacation? Then savor everything you came to experience. Do you live somewhere because you enjoy the small-town atmosphere and the allure of the sea? Then savor it every single day. Even an hour will do. Don't let the life you have chosen pass you by. Daily affirmation. I am excited about the new day and look forward to it with anticipation and interest. Chapter 10, Richard Branson and Reaching for Opportunity. Synopsis: opportunity is just around the corner from your last failure. See opportunity everywhere. Richard Branson. Why is he inspiring? Richard Branson formed his first business at the age of 16 in the structure of Student magazine. He founded the Virgin brand, which today operates over 350 companies, while risking his pride, ruin, and even his life in the process. What can he teach? Opportunities in life are abundant. If something in life doesn't go your way, sway with the punches until something does. Don't let one disappointment make you turn around and give up. Quote, business opportunities are like buses, there's always another one coming. Finding or making opportunity. How, in your own life, can you discover and more significantly create opportunities? In the Chinese language, you have the character constituting crisis and the character constituting change. When these are fused, you have the character constituting opportunity. Now, why is that? Why is it that once crisis and change fuse, you have opportunity? Because once crisis and change fuse, you have disequilibria. You have changing laws or changing terms. New needs and troubles are produced, and it's up to someone to fill those needs. If you undergo new things or the world around is shifting, there will always be lots of opportunities. Here are a few tips for discovering, creating, and capitalizing on opportunities. The more you visit other areas and countries, the more opportunities you'll see. Often in extra places things are done otherwise, or there are good products that haven't yet arrived at your country. You must network. The more individuals you talk to, the more opportunities you'll discover. It isn't just what you know, but as well who you know and how well you know them that matters. You must be in it for the long haul. You can't be deterred by setbacks or errors. You must have doggedness, learn from your errors, and keep going. As you learn more and acquire more experience, you'll be able to see and be prepared for many more opportunities. The earth is filled with opportunities just looking to be found by an up-and-coming and intelligent person. Too many individuals wait for opportunities to come to them. Don't expect for the opportunities to come to you. Produce the opportunity for yourself. You must have the opportunity mentality. You must be seeking and evaluating opportunities perpetually. You must make time to talk to other people about what opportunities they're pursuing. You must become magnetized toward opportunity. Daily affirmation. I find opportunity everywhere I go. 1. Read uplifting books. Spend time each day reading a book that encourages and inspires you. It can be biographical, fiction or non-fiction. Check the library, they often have an inspirational section. 2. Meditate for 15 minutes a day. This can be prayer, but it does not have to be. Take time to center yourself and meditate on a thought, phrase, or image. This will help you connect to your deeper self. 3. Quiet your mind through meditation. Allow your thoughts to flow freely. Not judging them, not holding on to them, just let them flow. 4. Think positive. Positive thinking uplifts the spirit and lightens the soul. It allows your inner person to breathe without the weight and stresses of the world. 5. Be thankful. Spend a few moments each day reciting what you are thankful for. It can be material things or even people. If they are people, take a moment and write them a note letting them know why you are thankful for them. 6. Develop tolerance. Not everything can be the way you like it. Learning to tolerate the tough times allows you to enjoy the good times even more. 7. Be patient. Both with yourself and with others. Spirituality is a journey and will take time. Everyone is on a different path and going at a different speed. Let things come to you. 8. Learn your strengths and amplify them. Find out what you are really good at and do it even more. The more you do it, the stronger you will get. Accentuate your best quality, do not downplay it. 9. Find your spiritual passion. What is it that your spirit hunger for? Is it peace? Helping others? Contentment? Whatever it is, search for what drives you and seek to fulfill it. 10. Accept your spiritual side. Do not let the world take your spirit away. We are all spiritual beings. Accept that part of you and begin to explore it. 11. Journal. Take time every day or every other day to write down your thoughts and dreams. Make the journal your own. You decide how to write and when to do so. 12. Pray. A spiritual connection with a greater spirit can help guide you through the uncertainties of life. It is also a great way of relieving stress and giving things over that you have no control over. 13. Be around spiritual people. Good company creates good morals. Pick your friends wisely. If you want to be more spiritual, choose to be around people that are spiritually minded. It will rub off. 14. Listen. Take time to slow down and listen to what the universe is saying to you. Also take time to listen to that messages you are sending to yourself. 15. Slow down. Turn off the TV, radio and computer. Take a stroll outside or set aside a weekend without electronic distractions. Allow yourself to be a receiver. 16. Get in a routine. Start the morning off with some meditation and prayer. It is a great way to start the day. End the day with some quiet time to reconnect. 17. Begin practicing spiritual disciplines. Disciplines such as prayer, reading holy texts, and fasting are great ways to begin to explore your spiritual side. 18. Search for what hinders you. Look inside yourself and examine your thoughts and beliefs. Are certain thoughts getting in your way of becoming more spiritual? How can you combat those thoughts? 19. A weekend and unplug. Unplug the TV, turn off the cell phone, leave the computer off and click the radio off. Spend time related to others or resting. 35. Take a spiritual retreat. This can be on your own or with friends or a church group. Be encouraged and take some reading material and a journal. 36. Go to a workshop or seminar. There are almost always free spiritually based seminars and workshops going on. Find one that interests you and check it out. You might just learn something new. 37. Reconnect with your past. Where have you been in life? What challenges have you overcome? Who was important in your upbringing? Let your heart guide you in how you respond to these questions. 38. Consider where you are burning out. Burnout is a major cause of spiritual depression. Find out where all your energy is leaking out. Perhaps you just need to take a break from it. 39. Address myths you believe about yourself. Our mind is always making up stories about ourselves that are not true. Combat those myths with truths that you know from reality. 40. Find truth in yourself. For many people, their spiritual journey starts within. Self-discovery can lead to a spiritual revelation. 41. Talk to many different leaders of faith. Get as many perspectives on spirituality as you can. They are usually all too ready to share. 42. Go to the library. It's a cheap way to get your hands on all kinds of religious and spiritual material. 43. Accept grace. Grace is getting something that one does not deserve. Accept forgiveness. 44. Be merciful. Overlook the follies and mistakes of others, as you would like them do to you. 45. Challenge yourself and your own beliefs. Write down your core beliefs, then begin writing why you believe them. 46. Sing. Singing is the outlet of the soul. It lights the spirits and endears the soul. 47. Use your talents. Find ways to serve others using your talents. 48. Keep it simple. Simple is the best way to go. Do not get your mind working on too many concepts or involved in too many activities. One or two at the most will do. 49. Find forgiveness for yourself. The journey to spiritual enlightenment begins with forgiving yourself for past missteps. Let go, learn from it, and move on. 50. Take your journey one day at a time. You cannot become Gandhi or Mother Teresa overnight. Be patient with yourself and enjoy every day as they come. Subliminal messages work as a mild form of hypnosis, gradually sending suggestions into your subconscious mind to rewrite your self-beliefs, ways of thinking, and even patterns of behavior. When you do steady state, low-intensity exercises such as cardio. Now you might think that is great, cardio burns fat. But wait. Not so fast. If all you are doing is low-intensity cardio, your body, being the remarkably adaptable machine it is, becomes more efficient at holding fat in order to make you more efficient at cardio exercises. Overall, you may lose fat but not as much as you'd like. Typically, don't expect to lose much fat doing only 20 minutes of low-intensity aerobics. To maximize fat loss from aerobics, you have to up the intensity and do 30 to 60 minutes about 3 times a week. Some people go to the extreme and do frequent long-duration cardio, such those who do marathon running. Long-duration cardio triggers your body's defense mechanism and causes your body to feed on its own muscle. If you recall, it is the same thing that happens when you go on a very low-calorie diet. Again, what your body is doing is adapting to the situation by stripping down to its lowest mass in order to make you more efficient at long-distance running. This is why many marathon runners look as skinny and frail as they do. Sure, they are not fat, but they have little muscle mass. And the less muscle mass you have, the smaller engine you have to burn fat. Because remember, muscle burns fat. There is one very popular, curly-haired proponent of aerobics that has been on TV a long time. He has lost weight, but even after years and years of aerobics, he still looks fat. Here is why I think he still looks fat. 1. It is likely that he has not added interval training or weight training to his routine. Therefore, he is not building muscle mass. Secondly, he probably is not getting enough calories or on a low-protein diet. As you know, protein is vital to building lean muscle. Apart from loss of muscle mass, research has also linked long-endurance cardio with a decrease in libido, major illnesses and shorter lifespan. So which type of exercise is the best for fat? Hands down, the single best exercises for fat loss is short-duration high-intensity burst exercises, also known as interval training. That is to say, you alternate between high-intensity and lower-intensity exercises or rest. Eat for a ripped body. http://burnfat.improvemetabolism.com/ Kick butt metabolism, the truth about permanent fat loss. 25 Your body's hormones respond best to this type of exercise. High-intensity exercises increase growth hormones, promote muscle growth and reduces fat deposits. Just have a look at sprinters. They are built strong and have endurance. This is partly because they utilize high-intensity, short-burst exercises to build acceleration and speed. Consequently, their bodies produce more growth hormones, which contributes to lean muscle mass. During high-intensity exercises, your body burns more carbohydrates for energy, but this is just the tip of the iceberg. After your lifestyle is difficult, you can take things slowly. The least you need to do, though, is to find some quiet time to yourself every day. It can be as little as 10 minutes. Use those 10 minutes to just relax and meditate. Meditation goes a long way. Even 10 minutes every day helps you cope better with stress. Studies show that people who meditate regularly are less stressed and are more able to meet life's demands. If there are 37 times you cannot avoid staying up late, catch up on sleep on the weekend. Don't let your sleep debt accumulate. Sleep debt leads to poor cognitive function and poor health overall. Your body processes don't function as well as they should, and that includes metabolism. Take time to de-stress. It not only boosts your metabolism but also improves your health in general. So now you know the entire program. But we are not through just yet. Chapter 5. Fire up your metabolism now. You have learned all you need to do. Now is the best time to start. In sum, you have learned that metabolism is the process of converting calories into energy for storage or immediate use. You now know that metabolism is an essential body function, working every second of your life even while you are sleeping. And you now know the overall metabolism formula: basal metabolism plus physical activity plus the thermic effect of food, as well as what factors influence the rate of your metabolism. Now you already have the knowledge on how to boost your metabolism. Exercise smart. Build muscle through a combination of strength and resistance exercises with weights and without weights. Use exercises that work the most number of muscle groups possible. 2 to 3 sets, with 6 to 8 reps each. 38. Increase calorie burning through interval training with cardiovascular exercise. Alternate high-intensity exercise with moderate-intensity exercise. 30 minutes, with 1 to 4 minutes per interval. Do the 2 exercises on alternate days throughout the week. Allot 1 day for total rest with no exercise. Eat right. http://www.metabolicooking.com. If less is good for traditional weight loss diets, more is good for the fast metabolism diet. Include calcium and healthy fats in your diet. Timing is important. Always eat breakfast to kick off your metabolism for the day. Eat 5 to 6 meals in a day, every 2.5 to 3 hours. Never skip meals. Drink at least 8 glasses of water a day. Take 1 snack or meal within 1 hour after your workout for the day. 39. Distress recharge through sensation therapy, aromatherapy, massage and music, and imagery. For long-term improvement, meditate daily, take up yoga, and think positively. Do not dwell on negative feelings. Plan ahead to avoid stressful situations. So there you have it. What you now need to do is, excuse-proof your fast metabolism program to ensure you get the best results. In times when you feel little motivation, go back to the scene I asked you to visualize yourself, after going through the program. Though people's bodies differ, you will most likely notice the results in just 3 or 4 weeks or even 2 weeks. Good luck. Cheers to a healthier, better you. Here are some free resources. Daily water calculator. How much water should you be drinking? Calculator your metabolic rate. http://www.metabolicooking.com. The second timer. If your watch has a second timer, you can easily calculate your heartbeat either at resting or during exercise. To do this, simply take your middle finger of your right hand and run the pad of the fingertip up the middle of your neck. This is the area of your voice box. You'll notice that at the top of this area there is a little fatty mass. If you turn your hand slightly so that your palm points upward and your finger is on that fatty little area, there you will find your pulse. It will be beating strongly. Now look at your watch. When the second hand hits 12, start counting those heartbeats. Stop counting when the second hand hits 3. Now take the number of beats you counted and multiply the number by 4. That is your heart rate. Write down your resting heart rate for about 3 days and average it. _heart rate day 1 _heart rate day 2 _heart rate day 3 total of all 3 _average beginning resting morning heart rate. Now do your exercises as normal and keep a record of your resting heart rate. If you see your heart rate increasing 5 beats, it's time to start making changes by slowing down your exercise. Eat for a ripped body. http://burnfat.improvemetabolism.com/ Kick Butt Metabolism, The Truth About Permanent Fat Loss 28. Chapter 11 Body Training for Improved Metabolism. You already know that metabolism occurs in every cell of the body. The food you eat is a basic requirement for metabolism to pump out energy in the body and get all your cellular needs met. Thus, the digestive system is a key player in this process. How well is your digestive system working? Unfortunately for the average American, the answer to this question is not very well. In fact, a poorly functioning digestive system has become the norm. Cases of gas, bloating, indigestion, constipation, diarrhea, colitis, diverticulitis, celiac disease, allergies to foods, pain after eating, reflux, burping up what you ate afterwards, etc. If you cannot digest your food properly, how can you expect to get the nutrients out of the food to fuel a kick-butt metabolism? I'll give you a clue: it's not going to happen easily. If your stool contains undigested food particles, then nutrients are escaping without your body capturing them for appropriate usage. That means you are leaking energy. Wonder why you don't have energy and can't get up in the morning? Worse yet, if you occasionally see something crawling in the stool or black flecks in the toilet bowl, this may indicate that somewhere along the route of life, you picked up a critter. Parasites live off the same nutrients that are meant for you, and they will take everything that they can get. Potty training basics needed by most people. The easiest way to address most of these digestive issues is to start with the basics of potty training for adults. Many adults have had to relearn this, including myself. Many have denied its importance only to find down the road that this denial contributed to their present illnesses. In many ways, health starts in the gut. Digestive health may not be mentioned in many other books that discusses how to boost your metabolism. That's because those authors are ignoring simple physiological facts. We are what we eat and digest. If you make the changes suggested in this chapter, you should feel lighter and experience improvements in your digestive health. Or better yet, consult a natural health practitioner who can advise you on remedies for your digestive system. Don't procrastinate on this. Because our digestive system standards are so low in this culture, many people, including doctors, believe that it is okay to not have a bowel movement for 4 days. It's not. Eat for a ripped body. http://burnfat.improvemetabolism.com/ Kick-butt metabolism, the truth about permanent fat loss. 29 Whether you are a vegetarian or meat eater, the longer that food rots in your body, the faster the chemicals and substances in food turn into toxins. These toxins travel to the head and cause a headache, travel to the joints and cause joint aches and pains, and travel to the muscles and cause chronic fatigue. Your goal is to eat a meal and then, within 30 minutes, move out an older meal that has finished the digestion process in the body. What you also want is to experience what it's like to have a clean colon and to be able to achieve optimal absorption of the nutrients from the food you eat. How do you eliminate the old fecal waste? The easiest way to get the process going is to drink 4 ounces of aloe vera juice twice daily. It doesn't matter if you drink the aloe vera juice between meals or with meals. However, it's best to drink it before meals to help re-establish regularity. Drink between 2 to 8 ounces a day and reduce the dosage until you re-establish regularity. Some people, however, drink aloe vera juice every day. Over time, you should see more waste come out than you have seen in a while. But don't worry, there shouldn't be any diarrhea or uncontrollable movements. And it's waste, it's not your organs coming out. Within a week or so you should see some reduction in your weight as a result of the elimination. Believe it or not, some people have 10 to 15 pounds of the old rotten poop sitting in there. That excess waste takes a toll on the body. Once it's gone, your body's vibration is immediately improved. You begin to emanate a golden aura of health. And will people notice? But most of all, your metabolism works better. Slippery elm bark powder makes old waste slip right out. The second easiest way to move out the waste and create a kick-butt metabolism is to add 1 tablespoon slippery elm powder to 1/3 cup applesauce, mix it up in a bowl, and eat it. The slippery elm thickens the apple sauce to a consistency of thick oatmeal and has a pleasant taste. You can flavor it with cinnamon if you wish. Quarter teaspoon cinnamon is good enough. This mixture can be eaten twice daily as it also heals the intestines that have been damaged by leaky gut syndrome. It is also good for intestines troubled by either diarrhea as well as constipation. This mixture is gentle enough to be administered to children, to the very ill, debilitated elderly and even those on medications. Only one warning on the use of slippery elm herb. Eat for a ripped body. http://burnedfat.improvemetabolism.com/ Kick butt metabolism, the truth about permanent fat loss 30. Just follow the simple rule that you don't take prescription medications along with herbs, ever. Instead, leave at least an hour between the consumption of the two. If your colon is really in poor shape, it is helpful to drink the aloe vera juice first thing in the morning and before bed along and take the slippery elm and apple sauce 1 to 2 times during the day. Will this much hurt you? No. But again, if you have had long-standing digestive system ailments, obtaining specific professional advice from a natural health practitioner who is well versed in this area is strongly recommended. When you can stop taking the slippery elm when waste is successfully moving out of your body on a regular routine, that's when it is time to start backing off the use of the aloe vera juice and /or the slippery elm. Cut the dosage into half for both of them. It's impossible to make a general statement about how long these remedies should be used. Some people may need to take these two natural remedies for a week while others may need to take them for months. Colonic hydrotherapy, a last resort or a first-line method? A third method to clean out the waste in the colon is to schedule a series of 3 45-minute colonic hydrotherapy sessions with a well-trained, knowledgeable colon hydrotherapist. This is a method of cleaning out the colon that began back in the early 1900s and is still an excellent method. A colonic hydrotherapy machine is connected to both a water line and drain. Put simply, a gentle flow of purified water flows into the colon via a hose and waste flows out. A colon hydrotherapy session will deflate you like a balloon, but don't expect that one session is going to be a cure-all. It won't. The colon needs constant work on it to get it back in the shape it should be in. According to Dr. Norman Walker, a natural health practitioner well known in the 20th century, one colon hydrotherapy session is equivalent to 30 enemas. But 3 sessions are a good start, especially when they are used along with the aloe vera juice and the slippery elm powder. Eat for a ripped body. http://burnedfat.improvemetabolism.com/ Kick butt metabolism, the truth about permanent fat loss 31. Chapter 12 Supplements that support fat loss. Regular exercise and restricting your calorie intake are important for fat loss and overall health. But, if you aren't getting the foundational nutrients you need to run your metabolic pathways, you are limiting your own metabolism. If it were at all possible to eat a balanced diet every day, we would probably be able to get all our nutrients from food. I say probably because the nutrient contents of foods are much less than what they were 50 years ago. But even if our foods had the highest nutrient content possible, most of us lead busy lives which prevent us from eating right all the time. So this makes supplementation very important. And in relation to getting leaner, there are safe supplements that you can take to accelerate the rate of your fat loss and to give your body the foundational nutrients it needs. Here are the suggested supplements. Omega-3 fish oil, the king of all supplements. In my other writings, I have said that if you can only take one supplement in life, make it omega-3 fish oil pills. Everyone should be on it regardless of weight. It is truly a supplement that positively affects you from head to toe. Your brain, your eyesight, your heart and your joints all require omega-3 fats for optimal health. Omega-3 fish oil is also very useful for fat loss as it helps to metabolize stomach fat. As a matter of fact, when fish oil is taken in conjunction with exercise, It accelerates fat loss. There are numerous other benefits of omega-3 fish oil that makes it the #1 anti-aging supplement on the planet. But before you buy it, it's important to pay attention to the purity of the product. Most fish oil sold in stores, including cod liver, contains harmful pollutants from the sea. Therefore, make sure you buy only pharmaceutical-grade fish oil which has all the pollutants removed. And make sure you take enough too, between 4 to 6 grams a day. Multiple vitamin/mineral. This supplement is essential as it contains special compounds that act as cofactors or catalysts to help optimize almost every vital function in your body and provides vital anti-aging coverage. You can tell a good multivitamin from a bad one by looking for these 4 clues: contains all the B vitamins, not just B1, B2, B6 and B12. Cheap companies that eat for a ripped body. http://burnfat.improvemetabolism.com/ Kick butt metabolism. The truth about permanent fat loss. 32 Don't care about your health will skimp on B vitamins. They are notorious for especially leaving out biotin or putting it in at very low levels like 33%, when you need 100% of a daily requirement. The B vitamins are intimately tied in with the metabolic cycles. At certain points in the breakdown of carbohydrates, certain B vitamins are required. This happens with the other metabolic pathways as well. 2. A bad multivitamin leaves out phosphorus. 3. A bad multivitamin forgets to put in molybdenum, manganese, lithium, selenium, and iron. 4. A good multivitamin is created with food sources. It's not just a combination of laboratory-synthesized vitamin and mineral forms. This means you need alfalfa and or other foods in it. The foods help absorption. We could spend an entire ebook just on multivitamins. But these pointers will be enough to weed out a lot of the bad supplements on the market. B-complex. All the B vitamins should be included in your multivitamin tablets, but an extra B-complex will do most people some good. The B vitamins are intimately tied in with the metabolic cycles. As previously mentioned, at certain points in the breakdown of carbohydrates, certain B vitamins are required. This happens with the other metabolic pathways as well. Your B vitamin should contain vitamin B1, thiamine, vitamin B2, riboflavin, vitamin B3, niacin, vitamin B6, pyridoxine, folic acid, biotin, pantothenic acid, vitamin B12, choline and inositol. How much it contains is really dependent on your age, health status and level of sugar you have consumed in the past. If you ate a lot of sugar and processed foods, then your needs are higher because these foods lack the B vitamins and draw upon your stores to furnish them. Look for a level of at least 100% of the Eat for a Ripped Body. http://burnfat.improvemetabolism.com/ Kick butt metabolism. The truth about permanent fat loss. 33 daily needs for each B vitamin in your supplement. Again, natural food sources should be used in the actual supplement itself. The easiest way to find out exactly what your body needs for its nutrition to be perfect is to obtain additional testing. Customized tests may be found via the internet, which provide a health practitioner with an idea about which supplements your body is lacking. The practitioner then sets up a plan of nutrients for you to take for a specified amount of time. This is the easiest way to get your nutritional needs met at the highest level. CoQ10. In your metabolic pathways, one of the final steps to releasing energy is dependent on coenzyme Q10 or CoQ10. This nutritional supplement can be quite pricey, but it is well worth it. Over 100 different medications such as statin drugs, diabetic drugs and high blood pressure drugs are culprits in creating a CoQ10 deficiency in the body. Furthermore, as we age, our body levels of CoQ10 diminishes. CoQ10 deficiencies can show up as extreme muscle fatigue, memory loss and personality changes. Food doesn't contain high levels of this nutrient, so a daily supplement of 100 mg is pretty essential. Antioxidants. I briefly mentioned earlier the importance of antioxidants. As your body feeds on food, water and oxygen, it burns energy and creates waste. This waste includes free radicals which can damage your cardiovascular system, your sex drive, cause wrinkles and self-fatigue. A good multivitamin will contain antioxidants, but as you push your body to do more exercise, you'll increase the free radicals in your system. This is why it is recommended to also take a potent antioxidant. Such a supplement will, among other things, promote cardiovascular health, make hard workouts easier and improve recovery times. Whey protein. If you are serious about maximizing your fat loss, building lean muscle and supporting muscle recovery after your workout, then you ought to take whey protein. Whey is healing to the intestinal tract, helps boost immunity and supplies the amino acids in the right combination for the body to replenish its protein stores and build new tissue. Whey supplements are commonly used by those who exercise regularly, and they are great supplements for athletes to take. The amino acids found in whey are Eat for a Ripped Body, http://burnfat.improvemetabolism.com/ Kick Butt Metabolism, The Truth About Permanent Fat Loss. 34 branched-chain amino acids, the very ones that exercise physiologists have discovered to build muscle the fastest. Make sure you read the label on any whey protein supplement and go for the one that says, minimally processed, since protein that is heated to very high temperatures is denatured and of no use to the body. Also look for a minimal amount of sugars added to the list of ingredients of that protein supplement. Avoid whey protein supplements that have corn syrup solids, dextrose, maltodextrose, sugar, maple syrup, dextrin, raisin syrup, rice syrup, and other types of sweeteners. Vanilla or chocolate is fine, though. Eat for a Ripped Body, http://burnfat.improvemetabolism.com/ Kick Butt Metabolism, The Truth About Permanent Fat Loss. 35 Bonus Chapter, 9 Diet Foods You Should Not Eat and Why. Warning: some diets recommend these foods for weight loss. Don't eat them. They can affect your health and or pack on the pounds. With so many diets out there to choose from, you really do need a discerning eye to discriminate them and choose a good one. Choosing a fad diet or a diet not based on a good, strong foundation and scientific principles can set you back 6 months or greater, or worse yet, it can damage your health. This bonus section outlines some of the foods you should stay away from. Pay attention to reasons why eating these foods are not advisable to those you want to lose fat. Use these reasons as a guideline for analyzing other foods you plan on eating. 1. Popcorn. Popcorn can potentially be a good food. Here are the conditions: interpunct if you make it at home, interpunct if you spend the time to make it with an air popper, interpunct if you don't add butter and more than a few shakes of salt, interpunct if you only eat 1 to 1/2 cups total. If you really want the pleasure of eating popcorn, can you follow all these guidelines? The problem with microwavable popcorn is that it blows all your hard-earned weight loss efforts for at least 3 days because of the sodium and fat content. The sodium added to microwavable popcorn is far too high for any human to consume. Less than 300 mg sodium per serving is the upper limit if you are health conscious. One bag of microwavable popcorn could contain 1,500 mg sodium or more. The problem is that salt loves to attract water once inside your body and complexes with it. Shifts in the water balance in the body occurs and then you end up retaining water. Your face looks puffy, your clothes don't fit as well, and some people will have ankle swelling as a result. Over half the population is estimated to be salt sensitive and susceptible to high blood pressure as well. That water that complexes with salt in the popcorn was supposed to be used in the process of breaking down fat in your diet, and now the water is unavailable for weight loss. Not good. No matter what, choosing popcorn is a losing proposition, and it's not weight loss that we're talking about. There's another problem with microwavable popcorn. The chemicals used in the ate for a ripped body, http://burnfat.improvemetabolism.com/ Kickbutt Metabolism, The Truth About Permanent Fat Loss. 36 Lining of the popcorn bags are linked to thyroid dysfunction, infertility, cancer and other major health issues. And as you know from the list in Chapter 1, a thyroid dysfunction will significantly slow down weight loss. 2. Rice cakes. Rice cakes look innocuous to some unsuspecting dieters, but they can be downright dangerous when consumed on a regular basis. These abominations of the food industry are made of puffed rice. The process of puffing the rice subjects the rice granules to such high heat that chemical changes are created in the food. Chemicals called advanced glycation end products are created during processing, which rapidly accelerate any diabetes complications, arthritis, destruction of your joints, hardening of the arteries, heart disease, and cancer progression in your body. And if you don't have any of these degenerative diseases, then look out, they can be on the way when you eat rice cakes regularly. Rice cakes are also rated high on the glycemic index, which means that they will cause a much greater release of insulin than what your body can handle. This ties in with weight gain because insulin will cause a shift in the body's metabolism to store fat for at least the next 18 hours. So if you are unhappy with the speed of your weight loss efforts and rice cakes are part of your diet, then it is time to stop eating them. 3. Jasmine rice. Jasmine rice looks appetizing enough when it's served during a meal with plenty of vegetables and chicken cooked in a wok. But the truth is that this white rice isn't so pure and wholesome as some people believe. Rated on a glycemic index with a number greater than 100, jasmine rice causes an insulin burst from the pancreas greater than some of sugar-filled dessert drinks that are loaded with calories and fat. And as you already know, anything that is that high on the glycemic index is full of the potential to cause damage in the body that is long-lasting. Forget the jasmine rice. Go with brown rice or Uncle Ben's converted rice. Both are much lower on the glycemic index and don't release as much insulin. 4. Boxed cereals. The sad news is that our children has been raised on boxed cereals. With glycemic index, GI, ratings greater than 65 for most cereals, we're producing a eat for a ripped body. http://burnfat.improvemetabolism.com/ Kickbutt Metabolism, The Truth About Permanent Fat Loss. 37 Generation with weak pancreases, a propensity towards diabetes, and an increased risk of heart disease, dementia, cancer, and other degenerative diseases. But it's not just your children you should be concerned about. If you're on a diet that includes boxed cereals on a regular basis, even some brand cereals, some of which have a GI rating of well over 100, then you're headed for lessened health and fat gain. So no to diets that include boxed cereals, period. 5. Farmed fish. Whatever an animal or fish eats or is fed, ends up in us if we eat that animal or fish. The industry of fish farming is not currently looking out for your welfare when they feed their fish antibiotics, PCBs, DDT, dioxin, carcinogens, hydrolyzed chicken feathers, soy and chicken litter. Chemicals and pesticides are stored in fat cells and they make weight loss more difficult because the breakdown of fat will release these chemicals and pesticides. That's part of the reason why some dieters get headaches and feel lousy when they are losing weight. Switch to the real, wild-caught fish. Read the labels carefully. Most of the shrimp on the market is now farmed fish. Tilapia is, too. 6. Tuna. Tuna may taste great and it's included on many different diets, but stay clear of this fish. Tuna is one of the primary fish in the oceans that accumulates mercury, and there's plenty of mercury in the seas and oceans nowadays. Any potentially toxic element is a hazard to your weight loss when it accumulates in your body. That's because the more that accumulates, the more that the toxic element interferes with functioning of that cell. Mercury will accumulate in fat cells, And when you're on a diet, the fat cells that are being burned up have to give up their toxins. That means they release them to the blood where they circulate through the body. Hopefully your liver is strong enough to handle the toxic metal dumping into the bloodstream. But if not, you'll suffer. 7. Whole grain bread's bread. It's supposed to be the staff of life. But it isn't when the bread manufacturers pervert it into a food that can do us in and end up contributing to diabetes, heart disease, arthritis, inflammation in the body, dementia and cancer. How do you know what bread is good and which one isn't? Read the labels. Eat for a ripped body. http://burnfat.improvemetabolism.com/ Kick butt metabolism, the truth about permanent fat loss. 38. Here's an example. 2 slices of a popular whole grain country white bread contains 220 calories, 4 grams fat, 420 milligrams sodium, 42 grams carbs, and 4 grams fiber. What's wrong with that? The sodium is too high, it should be 300 milligrams or less. The carbohydrates are too high, it should be less than 20 grams unless you want that infamous big surge of insulin coursing around your bloodstream, damaging all the organs along the way. Most diets would do best if you just left out the bread. 8. Broth. Many diets tell you to use broth, meaning the hydrolyzed protein broth cubes that are generally high in sodium and filled with artificial preservatives. Make your own broth by adding a little extra water to the pots you cook chicken, turkey, beef or pork in. Save the homemade broth by freezing it. It will be free of excess sodium and still quite flavorful. Even if the broth is a sodium-free variety, the methods used in creating the broth cube subject you to the production of advanced glycation end products, AGEs, in the body. You don't want anything to do with these nasty chemical and metabolic byproducts that are far worse than free radicals. 9. Yogurt. Yogurt has been touted so much as a healthy food that almost every diet includes it. However, it's the original form of yogurt, wholesome milk with lactobacillus culture added to it, that is the healthy food, not the concoctions that we find in many grocery stores. If you look at the ingredient label, you will find all sorts of additives that are questionable. Do you really need all that extra sugar? Should the carbohydrate level be more than 12 or 15 grams per serving? No. Yet, you'll find yogurt on the market that contains 35 grams carbohydrates and 25 grams of sugar. This is outrageous and unacceptable. By the way, that brand was popular low-fat frozen yogurt. If you include a product like this, what will you get? Another big burst of insulin from your pancreas, and that means another day of diet disasters. Read the labels. Make sure the yogurt meets your highest expectations. And don't settle for less. Eat for a ripped body. http://burnfat.improvemetabolism.com/